In your daily life, how often do you feel overwhelmed? The responsibilities of life, the bills to pay, the work that never seems to end, and even the relationships that demand more from you than you have to give. These are the moments when your heart feels tight, as if it's being crushed by worries. Anxiety becomes a constant companion. It's in this reality that the need to cry out arises, because the world around us can be relentless, and the challenges seem bigger every day. When anxiety takes over, when the answers you need feel distant, that's when crying out to God makes all the difference. It's not about finding quick or magical solutions, but about trusting that there's a God who sees and understands every detail of your life. Crying out is recognizing that you don't have to face all of this alone. The struggles are real, but so is God. Even when you feel like you're talking to the walls, when your prayers seem to echo in the void, God is listening to every word. He hears not only what you say, but also what you can't express. He hears the silent cries of your heart, those struggles that no one else notices. The Bible assures us of this when it says, "The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them. He delivers them from all their troubles." No matter how overwhelmed you are, your prayer never goes unnoticed by God. He never grows tired of listening. And even if the answer hasn't come yet, just knowing that He is attentive brings a peace that the world cannot offer. Silence may be the temporary answer, but it's not abandonment. God is there, listening closely, and in His perfect timing, He will respond. Sometimes, God's answer comes in unexpected ways. You cry out, hoping for a quick solution, an immediate miracle, but the response might not be what you imagined. You may expect God to fix everything in the easiest way, but in His wisdom, He sees beyond what you can see. How many times in life has the answer come in a way that at first seemed wrong? The door you wanted open stayed closed. The job of your dreams went to someone else, or that healing you prayed for still hasn't come. But God, in His perfect timing, responds in a way that aligns with His purpose for you. He doesn't fail, but sometimes He says no or not yet, because He has something greater in store. In the midst of daily frustrations, it can be hard to accept that God's will is better. But remember, what seems like a denial today may be protection or preparation for something much bigger tomorrow. That's why persistence in prayer is so important. It's not about praying once and stopping, but about continuing to cry out, even when it seems like nothing is happening. Jesus taught us this when He told the parable of the persistent widow. She knocked insistently on the judge's door, never giving up until He granted her justice. And Jesus said we should always pray and never give up. On your journey, there may be days when discouragement hits hard, when you feel like giving up because the answer seems far away. But remember, every prayer is a seed planted. Even if you can't see the harvest right now, growth is happening. Persisting in prayer means continuing to trust that God is working, even when your eyes can't see it. It is in this perseverance that your faith is strengthened. With every prayer, you draw closer to God, and His answer, in His perfect timing, will be clear. And when God's answer comes, it changes everything. It might not be in the way you imagined, but it will always be better than you expected. Because God's answer doesn't just solve the problem. It transforms your heart, renews your faith, and gives new meaning to your life. When God answers, the circumstances may change, but more than that, you change. The burden feels lighter, the worries lose their power, and hope is renewed. God's answer is like a gentle breeze after a storm. It brings peace, purpose, and clarity. So don't give up on crying out. Keep raising your voice to heaven in faith, because the God who listens also answers. And His answer always comes at the right time, bringing with it the power to transform what seemed impossible. God doesn't just hear your cry, He deeply cares for you. No matter how difficult your journey may be, never forget that God's answer will come. Maybe not in your time, maybe not the way you imagined, but it will come, bringing peace, purpose, and renewal to your life. Whenever you cry out, know that there is a God who listens and a community here ready to support you. Amen. Now, comment with faith below. I believe God will answer. This simple action can be an act of courage and faith that will strengthen your walk even more. Amen. If this message touched your heart, please leave a like on the video. It helps us reach more people who need to hear this word. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. Here, you will always find words of faith, prayers, and messages that will strengthen your faith and renew your hope. Being subscribed is like having a daily companion to remind you of God's love. And finally, I invite you to continue with us. The next video might be the answer you've been waiting for or the inspiration that will transform your day. May God abundantly bless your life. Until next time, and never forget, cry out, trust, and watch God move.